Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Earlier this month, Brian Buffini did a Facebook Live event, and there were some pretty interesting takeaways, and I wanted to share this with you, assuming that you didn't see it. It was about an hour long, and anyway, here's some highlights. Typically, he has this thing called the Dooley curve that kind of describes, when houses go on the market. And in a typical year, this is kind of what we see. In the first quarter, about 40% of the listings go on the market, in Q1. Then you see a little bit of a low, and then, 20 over the summer where it's pretty busy. And then you see a little bit of a lull while the kids are going back to school. And then in the fourth quarter, you see kind of another 25% hitting the market. So that kind of adds up to, about 85% of the listings for the year. Makes sense, right? Well, this year, it's going to be reversed a little bit. It's going to kind of flop from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, where we're going to see a lot of the activity. And because of this, and there's a variety of reasons, this means you have to get going now, get to work now to get that listing business in the fourth quarter. From there, he goes on to talk about how do we do this. And it's nothing earth-shattering. It's back to the basics. And the Do It Now campaign, which is to sort and qualify your database, call through your database, and then of course continue to do your mailings, your e-reports, which are a reason to call. The whole point is that you got to call through your database. You set up meetings, you do pop-bys, videos like this, notes, client parties. It's still all about the basics of contact, care, and community. From there, he talks about interest rates. And first of all, as I'm recording this, rates are still, they're like right around 7. We saw things kind of pop back up again here towards the end of March. And the Fed's meeting this week, and so we'll see. But we're expecting things to remain really flat. We're expecting the first rate cut to be sometime in this June or July time frame. And then we're expecting 3 of them this year. And that's kind of the sentiment that he had talked about. I agree with it. And then he goes on to reference Mark Zandi. Mark Zandi, he's a nerdy economist like me. He's actually the chief economist for Moody's Analytics, and he writes a lot. I follow him as well. And he's saying that, and this seems a little hard to believe, but the 30-year fix should be below 6% by the end of the year in the fourth quarter, and that's why we're going to see listings and things pick up more towards the end of the year. He's talking about home sales, will steadily rebound. And then this is the really interesting part that I wanted to share with you, that incomes are going to continue to increase, but home prices may come down slightly. And why would that be? That's kind of wacky, right, with the markets that we're seeing. Well, really what he had talked about was that sellers, not just buyers, they're waiting for the rates to come down as well, which kind of makes sense. If you're going to sell a home, you're probably going to buy another home. And a lot of folks that are sitting on the sidelines, they're also waiting for things to come down a little bit as a catalyst for them to change. Because as we know, a lot of people, they love their interest rate, but they don't necessarily love their house. So what's the takeaway in all of this stuff? The bottom line is, focus on your sales activities, calls, notes, pop-bys, meeting your clients, breaking bread, all that normal stuff, and be ready for a boom in fourth quarter with respect to listings. And until then, we just got to keep plodding along, doing our thing, preparing. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm never too busy for your referrals. I'm always here to help. And hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.